Navy approach. The next is moving average method, which basically include your simple moving average method, weighted moving average method, and the third one is exponential smoothing methods. So this method we are discuss one by one. Going to the first one, you must make your pen and paper that we will write the accurate formula for your calculation of these particular methods. So starting from the Navy approach, the simple way to forecast in which the forecast of demand for next period assumed to be equal to the actual demand in current period. For example, if the actual sale for product in case of January 2020 is 100 unit, the forecast demand for February 2020 will be 100 unit, or you can say in case of Navy approach, the previous data is equal to the forecast data. So that is why in case of January that is 100 unit, in case of a Navy approach to forecast the demand that equals to 100 unit in case of in the month of February 2020. So I will show some examples. In that case, for this example, the given demand data that follow to prepare a forecast by using Navy approach. The year are already given in the particular table starting from 2007, 2008, 2009, 10, 11, 12, 13. And time period is given starting from 1 to 7, and sales already given 25 for 2007, 27, 20, for 2009 that is 30, 2010 that is 30, 32, 2011 that is 28, and 2012 that is 29. And the last one 35 for the year 2013. In that case, if you calculate the, just note down these values, then I will proceed. All of you note down these values. Take your time to note down. Finish. All of you finish.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. For answering questions, you can directly drop the answer in case of chart works. Here. The next one is if you directly go to calculating the forecast by using Navy approach. So this is the answer. In that case, forecasting for the next year, that is the previous data is used, that is 25 for 2008, 27 for 2009, and 30 for 2010, 32 for 2011, and 28 for 2012, and 29 for 2013. Clear? Just note down these values. Finish?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Then go to next method, that is known as your moving average method. So in case of moving average method or a moving average forecast, uses a number of most recent historical data values to generate a forecast. The moving average for n number of period in the moving average is calculated. The formula that is given, that is moving average equals to the sum of demand in previous n period divided by n. Just note down this formula. I just repeat the same formula again. moving average equals to summation of demand in previous n period total divided by n. And in that case, the n stand or n may be 3, 4, 5 or 6 period for 3, 4, 5 or 6 period moving average. Suppose the question asks, calculate the value by using 3 period moving average. That means the n value should be 3. Calculate 4 period moving average. That means the n value should be 4. Calculate the 5 period moving average, then n equals to your 5. Similarly, in case of 6 period moving average value, the n equals to your 6. I think all of you finish the formula.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So go to next problem. I just read the questions. You have to just note down the data only. Clear? That should be easier for calculations. The same problem is given in the previous class, but the thing is that it is not applicable to your simple moving average. Okay, I just repeat. The same problem is given in the previous class, but it is not include in case of your moving. Sorry, it is not include in case of your simple moving average. Clear? I just repeat the questions. A XYZ refrigerator supplier has experienced the following demand for refrigerator during past 5 months, and the 5-month data are given in the form of starting from the month of February, March, April, June, and their demand is respectively given 20, 30, 40, 60, and 45. So you have to find out the demand forecast for the month of July using 5 period moving average and 3 period moving average using simple moving average methods. Here, to calculate their value, I just repeat the question. In case of 5 period moving average, you can use all the data. That means summation of 20 plus 30 plus 40 plus 60 plus 45 divided by 5. And in case of 3 period moving average, you can use 40 plus 60 plus 45 divided by 3. That is your answer. So proceed to the next slide. If you calculate the moving average for 5 period average, here n equals to 5, and you can use the previous 5-month data in the form of February, March, April, May, and June. And the value are given 20 plus 30 plus 40 plus 60 plus 45, and here n equals to your 5. And the answer is here 29 units. Similarly,
Sir, 39.
hello, how much?
39, sir, 39.
Okay, that is 39. And in case of 3 period moving average, just calculate. The total is 145 divided by 3. How much?
48.33.
Okay,
So 49.
fine. The first one is wrongly mentioned here, and second one is correct. Okay. Then moving to the next one, next method. Under moving average method, there are 2 number of methods there. One is simple moving average method, another is weighted moving average methods. So I will explain one by one. In case of simple moving average, in a arithmetic moving average, calculated by adding recent closing prices and dividing by the number of time period in the calculated average. Going to the second point, the simple moving average is a method of time series smoothing and actually a very basic forecasting technique for forecasting of sales, forecasting of demand, forecasting of futures. That you can say the best example of you can take the forecasting in case of seasonality, forecasting in case of trend. The next one is the last point. In this method, the average of demand from several of most recent period is taken as the demand forecast for the next time period, and the number of past period to be used in calculation is selected in the beginning and is kept constant, and the rest are the constant. Such as 3 period moving average. In that case, you have to choose the previous 3 months and the rest are remain constant. That is the concept behind simple moving average. So going to the next point, next slide. So in case of simple moving average is used to estimate the average of a demand time series and remove the effect of random fluctuations. So in this method, if you use n period moving average, the average demand for n most recent time period is calculated. So as I told, if you go for 4 period moving average, the recent 4 month data or recent 4 week data should be used for calculating the next period and used as the forecast for the next time period. The next last point, for the next period after the demand is known and the older demand from previous average is replaced with the most recent demand and the average is recalculated for forecasting the next time period. That is the concept. So just note down this formulas. So as you see in case of this particular table, and in this going to the first column, month and period given starting from 1 to 7, and actual demand are provided in the form of D1, D2, D3, D4, and D5 and D6. Suppose you are likely to be calculate the forecast on the basis of 3 month simple moving average. That means you are calculating the value of 4th month. Clear? So that means D1 plus D2 plus D3, and here the n equals to your 3. And you are calculating forecast for the month of 4. Similarly, if you get the value of forecast for the month of 4 and this value again forecast for next time period in the form of forecast for the month of 5 by using D2 plus D3 and the new value of D4, or you can say the forecast value of D4, and here the n remains same, that is n equals to 3. And by using this formula in case of simple moving average, you can forecast finish. Yes or no? Please provide a reply on Dropbox.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Moving to the next numericals. So here a simple moving average example is given in the form of 4 week moving average, and the weeks are given starting from the first column 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and their actual sales in units are given. That is 1634, 1821, 2069, 1952, and 2178. So you have to calculate, or as per the given below, the actual sales of a toy for the past 5 weeks given, and we need to predict the sale for the 6th week. So similarly calculate. Similarly, you can switch on your microphones that I will talk everyone regarding solving this particular numerical.
That's 3 divided by 3, na?
No. Here not 3. Here 4 week moving average is already provided. So this is the typical example belong to 4 week moving average. That means you have to took 4 week data first week, second week, third week, and fourth week for forecast for the week of fifth. And here n equals to your 4. I just repeat the question. Here 5-week data for a toy sales is given, and you are using 4-week moving average
Yes.
to forecast fifth week and forecast sixth week. What is the answer?
Sir, 1869.
You can drop your answer on chartboard. Okay, for the fifth week, the answer is 1869. And for the sixth week, that is 2005. Okay, good. So moving to the next slide or next topic, that is your weighted moving average method. So in case of weighted moving average method, in this method, unequal weights are assigned to the past demand data while calculating the simple moving average as the demand forecast for the next time period. Usually most recent data is assigned the highest weight factors. So when using the moving average method, which described before, each of the observation is used to compute the forecast value is weighted equally. So when this is done, so this is known as weighted moving average techniques or methods. And the weights in a weighted moving average must the sum to 1. So in the previous class, we have already discussed, just you can note down this formula, that is weighted formula equals to or weighted moving average for 3 periods, that equals to FT1 plus 1 equals to WT1 into DT plus WT2 plus DT minus 1. That means that is the previous period. Then W3 plus W3 into D2 minus DT minus 2. So in this moving average places more important on recent prices moves, therefore the weighted moving average react more quickly to price changes that regularly the simple moving average. So going to next slide. So here the demand for defense machinery for a certain project is given each month as follows. Total number of months is given 10 and demand is given respectively starting from for 1 it is 122, 2 for 110 and 3 for 90, 4 for 115, 5 for 125, 6 for 117 and 7 for 121 and 8 for 126, 9 for 132 and 10 for 128. The defense officer asked to forecast the demand for 11 months using 3 period moving average techniques. So here the weights are given. The W1 is equal to 0.5, W2 equals to 0.3 and your W3 equals to 0.2. The sum of all weight equals to 1. Just calculate.
Sir, 128.2 units.
Okay, good. Siddharth Mahapatra, what is your answer? Siddharth Mahapatra. Okay, Chinmay Kar already provided the data 120.2. Satish Das also provide the answer. Okay, fine. The next, we are trying to solve another problem. Just note down this data. So in case of weighting movies average example, assume the number of period is given 2 and W was given 0.7, W2 given 0.3 and total 5 week data given with their demand, that is for first week that is demand is 125, for second week that is 175, for third week and fourth week that is 150 and for fifth week that is 160. So calculate the forecast demand. $175 for which week? Deepak,
For 6 week.
6 week.
Yes.
No, the answer is I think wrong.
Sir, and we are assume 2 na. Then we take 160 into 0.7, 50.
For 157.
Here you have to calculate the each forecast, clear? Because there is no,
Okay.
it is not mentioned here to forecast for the 6th period or forecast for the 7th period. Clear? By using this value, you can first forecast the third week because only 2 weeks data is available previously. That is 125. That means 0.7 into 125 plus 0.3 into 175 divided by
Sir, 160.
correct. Similarly, if you forecast for the fourth week, that means
160
first
into
week you have to take.
0.7.
yes, you can here already mentioned assume the number of period is 2.
Sir, why not take last?
Sir, latest true start करिए.
Because only two periods data is available. That is why it is already mentioned. In the previous one, 4 period data is mentioned. But in this particular numerical, only 2 weeks data you can take 2 week data.
Sir, but we have to take the latest, na? So 0.7 into 175 should be
Try
there,
to
I guess.
understand the questions here. The question itself not contain the what to calculate. Okay. So suppose I am asking to forecast forecast the demand for 6th week. That means you are using only 2 month data, 4th and 5th. Yes or no?
Sir, for
W1
fourth,
is for
157.5.
first week. So W1 is for first week.
W1 for not first week. These are the weights are given.
So wait.
Sir, for fourth, it was 150.5.
Okay. So try to, I just repeat those things. Try to forecast only 6 period only. Okay. I just simplify the answer to calculate. Calculate the 6th period only. So the 6th week only. What is the value?
Sir, 157.
157. Okay.
Yes.
So those who are not understand, kindly provide questions that I will rectify your problem.
Sir, my question is,
So, sir, we have to consider the latest value. So, I guess
Latest value for the
W1
next period. Let's try to understand
Yes, sir,
latest
that-
value for the next period.
Yes, sir, that's what I'm asking.
For the
Hmm.
third period also, we have been
Hmm.
given first and
Second week demand. So
Huh.
the weight 1, that is 0.7, should be multiplied to the latest, very latest, that is 175.
Yes, yes, yes.
That's what I'm asking. So
Okay,
0.7
okay.
into
Huh.
175 plus
175
0.3
plus
into
0.3 into 125. You are correct. You are
125.
correct.
Yes, sir.
Huh.
That's what I'm asking.
Oh, good, good, good.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Moving to the next one. So I just read the questions. In this particular questions, the table below shows the monthly demand over 6-month period for a product, and you have to calculate the forecast of demand for 7th month using 3-month simple moving average method. And the second bit contain if the weighted are given for the demand of 6th, 5th and 4th month are 0.5, 0.3 and 0.2 respectively. Calculate the forecast of demand for 7th month using weighted moving average method. So first you can use the simple moving average method to forecast the 7th month, and the second bit contains by using weighted moving average method you have to calculate the 7th month forecast of demand. In that case, you can directly write down the data and calculate the value. Tarni Prasad, are you solving this question?
Sir, first one is 126.66
Okay.
and bit B 126. Second one was 136.
So which one is correct? Simple moving average is accurate or your weighted moving average is accurate?
Sir, accurate means both are the accurate.
Accuracy.
Accuracy, weight.
Good. Sagrika Nayak has already provided the answer. That is weighted moving average is most accuracy in case of forecasting future demand. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Going to the next one. Here the answer. That is 126.67. So this is a typical example for K. Osotapa. You can directly go to that book and search this particular formulas along with the answer and solve question also. In that case, if you compare the simple moving average and weighted moving average, the most accurate forecast is placed in case of weighted moving average, that is 126 units. Clear? So going to next one, the exponential smoothing method. So in this particular method, weights are assigned to exponential order. The weights decrease exponentially from the most recent demand data to older demand data. So it is an easily learned and easily applied procedure for making determination based on the prior assumption by the users, such as seasonalities. In that case, the exponential smoothing is often used for analysis of time series data. And the last point, the exponential smoothing forecast method are similar in that prediction is a weighted sum of past observations. So, but the model explicit uses of exponential decrease weights for past observations. So I will explain all the things in the next part. So if you go to the formula along with the exponential smoothing method, it is a sophisticated weighted moving average method that is still relatively easy to understand and use, and it requires only 3 items of data, and this period forecast the actual demand for this period and a smoothing constant in the form of alpha, which refer to your smoothing constant, or that should be ranged from 1 to that is the value is in between 0 to 1, and the formula is that is given the next period forecast equals to this period's forecast plus alpha into this period actual demand minus this period forecast. So try to note down this formula. Finish.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So going to next example, I just read the example. Try to understand. ABC company predict the sale for a product as 150 units for the month of February 2003. The actual demand for February 2003 was 158 units. Using smoothing constant alpha of 0.3, forecast the demand for the month of March 2003. Just note down and try to solve by using this particular formula that is already provided in the previous slide. What is the answer?
Sir, 152.4.
150.
2.4.
Okay. So the answer is 152.4. So try to understand forecast for the month of March equals to the forecast for February plus smoothing constant, that is alpha, into that is demand for February, or you can say that is the actual demand for February minus the forecast for February. And here, starting for the forecast for February is given 150 units, and actual demand for February, that is given 158 units, and alpha is given 0.3. So you have to calculate forecast for the month of March 2003. So the answer is 152.4. Clear? Just note down. Then we'll proceed for another example. Okay, all of you finish? So going to next numericals. So here the data are given in the form of weeks starting from 1 to 10 weeks, and demand are given as per starting from 1 to 9. The given weekly demand data are the exponential smoothing forecast for 2 to 10 period using alpha equals to 0.10 and consider the F1 equals to D1. It was previously given, but I will rectify today in today class regarding that formula. In previous class, I have already, there may be some confusion regarding that formula I have given in the last class. So just note down this data, and you have to forecast starting from 2 to 10 period by using smoothing constant that the value is given 0.10, and here one condition is given in case of your forecast 1, that is F1 equals to D1. So what is the answer for F2?
$820.
820, correct. Aditya, what is your answer for forecast 2 or F2?
$820.
Okay,
सर कौन सा फॉर्मूला यूज
जो
करेंगे?
दिया गया था previously.
ओके
So today I will rectify regarding the previous class formula and today class formula. So I am again repeating those qualitative method along with the quantitative methods. You can use directly this formula, that is Ft equals to Ft1 minus 1 plus alpha into At minus 1 minus Ft1 minus 1.
Sir, F3 equals to 815.5.
Okay, correct.
F4 801.95.
Hmm.
F5 787.26.
Hmm.
F6 783.53.
I will provide the answer, you can check. Okay.
Yes,
So-
sir.
Deepak Mishra, you can tell your answer with the given slide.
Yes, all are correct, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
In the previous class, a different formula is given, but in fact, that formula is belong to exponential weighted moving average. But presently, we are solving exponential smoothing average by using the present formula. Clear? So going to next one. So this was given in the last class in the form of exponential smoothing moving average, but it is not belong to that title, and it belong to exponential weighted moving average. Just note down this formula. Finish?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So moving to the next one. So in case of exponential weighted moving average, a particular example is given. One of the two-wheeler manufacturing company experience irregular but usually increase the demand for three products. The demand was found to be 420 bikes for the month of June, 440 bikes for the month of July. And they use a forecasting method which take average of past year MBA. Sorry, they use a forecasting method which takes average of past year to forecast future demand. Using simple moving average method, the demand forecast for June is found as 320 bikes. By using the smoothing constant or coefficient, that is 0.7, to weight the recent demand most heavily. Find the demand forecast for the month of August. Calculate that one by using the previous formula.
Sir, 425.
Hello.
Sir, 425.
Okay. For which month?
August, sir.
Okay, correct. Deepak Mishra, what is your answer? 390 for which month?
July.
Okay. Ghanshyam Jana, what is your answer for July?
Sir, solving.
Okay, okay. Soumya, what is your answer? Okay, I'll show the answer. Then we will proceed the another example. So this is the answer. So if you go to the month of July, that is previous data, that is 420, and 1 minus your alpha, and your FT1 minus, that is demand forecast for recent period, is given. So similarly, if you calculate this one, 390 units will be forecasted in the month of July. By using this 390 unit as the formula given, that is FT1 for the recent period, whenever you forecast for the month of August, that is alpha into the previous year, that is the actual demand is recent period is 420 is given, plus 1 minus alpha, that is 390 in the previous year. You can say that is the demand for forecast for recent period is given. If you calculate that one, the answer is 425 units. So going to the next one. So here a number of year is given and response is given. You have to calculate. You have to calculate the. You can say that is exponential weighted moving average by using the above formula. So here condition is given, the F1 is equal to D1 and there is no forecast values given in case of the year 1994. Just calculate by using the above formula. Just note down this value. And this were considered for assignment. Clear? This one given as a assignment for your next class. So going to next slide. You have already written this formula, accuracy of forecast method. The first one is mean absolute deviation. So this model is calculated by taking the sum of absolute value of individual forecast error and dividing by the number of error. The mean absolute deviation is the absolute error divided by number of error, and error equals to, that is proportional of actual minus forecast, and it shows the average error for each forecast made for specific period. The mean absolute deviation also, the next formula is given, that is summation of error divided by your number of error occurs. Clear? So here the absolute value of error, that is a drop in the negative sign, that's why it is provided in proportional. Okay, all of you must note down these formulas. Then we'll proceed a small example. Okay, so this is using this example is given in the form of using moving average method. So first, I just read this one. Compute the 3-week moving average forecast for arrival of medical clinic patient. In case in week 4, the number of arrival for past 3 weeks were followed, and if the actual number of patient arrival in the week 4 is 415, what is the forecast error for the week 4? And the last one is, what is the forecast for week 5? You have to calculate this one. The better in case of weighted moving, exponential weighted moving average, and this numerical belong assign you as assignment for the next class. Here, because we are already running out of time, and I have to go from exam related issue. So if you have any doubt, you can directly ask. Any doubts? Hello?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you all. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.